Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Rumor has it, friends, it's Expanse Day, the best day of the week. And today we're watching Season 4, Episode 4, Retrograde. There's nothing to it but to do it, friends. First though, if you could help me out by smashing that like button, hitting that subscribe, ringing that bell for notifications, it greatly helps out the channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's Expanse Day. And of course, if you want the Expanse early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon, it's in the description, my friends. But all that is then and this is now because now it's Expanse Day and we're watching Season 4, Episode 4, Retrograde. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. It's the best day of the week. And I'll be taking no questions at this time. Good friend of mine, G, asked me this question. She said, if you could be, especially with the TTRPG in play and, you know, thinking of a campaign for that over on Patreon, someone said, or G said to me, who would you be? Would you be an Earther? Would you be, we're in the credits, by the way, Earther from Mars or a Belter? And initially I said a Martian because I really dug, you know, when I was asked, I think it was right around like season 2-ish. And I was like, you know, I was really fascinated by the Martian culture, still am, still absolutely am. But at that point, we had like a string of like noble Martians. I don't know why I thought I'd fit in there, but, you know, I thought the Martians. The more we get into this, I think you all know that I'm leaning heavily towards Belter. What would you all be of that choice of those three? So this is just guys just executing. Mertry's just executing people now.
I'll take you to the Rosie. You'll be safe there. But we're leaving.
Her family. Oh, yeah, he is coming, isn't he? Amos?
Amos.
Yeah. Amos, he's got a crew with him. They're going to kill you, dude. Oh, come on, motherfucker. Jeez, I didn't even know that was Amos at first. Oh, my God.
Killing him would be more trouble than it's worth.
Motherfucker, who do you think you are? Where do you think you are? Do you think you're in, like, you know, Nevada? No, dude, you are on an alien world.
Not seeing any movement. Let's call it inert. I'll settle for inert.
You were at the ruins when the lightning started. I think you knew this was going to happen. And you know more than you're telling me.
Obviously didn't know that was going to happen.
Who is Miller?
Well, unfortunately, that's on a need-to-know basis, Tom.
At this point, I think I qualify.
No.
Mertry's on a rampage. He killed 4 settlers.
What? Where's Amos?
They beat him down. He was protecting us.
You got to go get him, man. You can't let them have him.
Captain Holden, this is not a good time.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
She's helping the criminal.
Because you don't get to kill whoever you want. You are not the law here.
Oh, well, you think you are. Listen.
Motherfucker.
I have no quarrel with your girl, and I have no intention of harming her, but she's helping a criminal. Now, if you really care about her, tell us to surrender.
We got to kill this motherfucker.
Fugitive. Because we're Naomi and Agata, they're heading towards the Rocinante. Take a cart, get there first, do not let them in.
Dude, this is out of control, man.
Please find a way to carve a few moments out of your busy schedule
Where's the F-bomb?
and tell me precisely what the fuck is going on down there.
There it is.
I'm sorry, ma'am. They're ready for the interview.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm in the right frame of mind for this. Listen, you're going to need... Boy, I so wish they had Bobby with them. Christian needs to flex here and tell Mertry to stand the absolute fuck down. I know he's a corporation or whatever. I don't give a shit. She's got to have the clout to be able to take him out.
Security door was left unlocked on purpose to allow 2 black marketeers to get in after hours and take what they wanted. I was in on it.
Whoa, Bobby, what?
I didn't really have a choice. But I knew what I was doing, and I knew it was wrong.
You told anyone else about it?
No, sir.
It never happened.
I'd be willing to keep this just between us.
You would?
You could make it happen again, right?
What?
All this tech we salvaged and put in storage just taking up shelf space. It's hard to keep track of it all.
Oh my God, no way.
Unless you prefer I report you.
Oh, so you're blacking.
I quit.
Hey, come on. This is a great opportunity for both of us.
Yeah, don't touch Bobby Draper. Okay, so this is over with Ashford, right?
Marco Naros. Just the man you want.
Nice.
Him selling in the colony ship cargo on black market on Metis.
Nice.
What about the ship, Sojourner?
Chop chop, all gone. Him say he sell for parts.
Those Ariagas always were cheap. And dumb.
Well, you're not that smart either, buddy. You're caught and you're being a smartass.
I'll give you double to let me go.
I'm a friend of Naomi Nagata.
Oh. Oh my God, they beat the shit out of my guy.
Oh, tear this fucking bed apart.
You want to stay alive? You need to shut the fuck up and hope that Mercury forgets about you.
If your boss is going after my people, you do not want to be between us.
That's right.
They still haven't found the fugitives. Why don't you sit the fuck down?
Why don't you shut the fuck up? Tough guy with a gun.
Thanks. Really didn't want to have to shoot him.
All right, Amos. You now know what you're dealing with. The rules of the game, the rules of engagement have been...
I have 2 fugitives on the run heading away from the settlement, and I need eyes on them now.
Fugitives? Who?
Why are you hunting fugitives?
Sorry, Chief. Can't help you. We're heading behind the planet. Signal blackouts imminent. We'll talk to you again in 11 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds. Doctor!
Oh, sorry. There we go. Thank you, Doc. Boy, this guy has a very poor idea of how to make this work. Besides killing all the Belters, which it's looking like that's the option that he's going to basically say was the only thing he had open to him. Jim, you got to get back to Naomi.
I'm sorry.
And then I'd take the fucking Rossi right in there. I'm not sure she can fly in Atmo, but...
Mercury is an animal.
But he's not wrong. We did this. We did what he said.
You did it.
Have faith in Mars. Something will turn up.
Okay. Bobby, it's time to leave.
I just quit.
A good job like that? Why?
It's a long story.
It's called corruption. You know. Bobby, you got to get a hold of Christian. You got to get the fuck out of here.
Does this place feel different to you?
Well, I think they rotate the taps on Tuesdays.
No, the planet, since the last time you left.
That's a yes.
Fucking Mars don't deserve us.
I'm not sure about you, buddy, but Mars definitely at this moment does not deserve Bobby fucking Draper.
She's not with you. Or the belt. She's back with her precious inners.
Or the belt? Please, man. Please.
You keep tabs on her.
Yes.
How sweet.
No, never called me that.
Where's her son?
Yes, must be the father, right?
Is that the story she's telling now?
Did she lie?
Oh, we all lie to ourselves first.
Oh, I'm gonna not like this guy. I love when people talk in innuendo and whispers.
Oh, vodka and swagger. You know the age.
I was never that young.
I held her every night when she woke up screaming and dried her tears.
This funny little hypnotism horseshit's not gonna work on Drummer.
What did you do in Philly?
Let's not go.
What the fuck does that mean, dude? I'm gonna be the charming, angsty dude.
It's on a fast intercept course. No transponder, no match for its drive signature.
Really? So it's coming to get him, I guess.
Stay where you are. We'll come get you.
No. No, regards are there. Look, you have to get rid of them. They could fire down on us from there, but they won't shoot at the UN Secretary General's personal envoy.
She's not gonna be able to make that climb. I mean, my money's always on Naomi, but she's hurting way more than she's letting on. Did he hit her? Oh, you fucking... Oh my God, this guy's got to go. This motherfucker has got to go. This town is not big enough for the both of us.
They're not gonna shoot us with him aboard.
I agree. They're going to board you.
Well, they won't enjoy the experience.
Put me on the float. My people pick me up. We go our separate ways.
I'll put you on the float without a suit, dude.
We have a truce.
That means nothing to them.
The next time I put you outside, it will be without a suit.
Drummer, you and I are of like mind.
You kill me, they will retaliate on cities, on Tycho. Maybe even your precious Medina station will burn.
He thinks very highly of himself and his influence after death. I hate this fucking guy.
They're closing in on us.
Match burn, maintain separation.
The actor's doing a great job because I detest him, but...
Our ways don't work anymore. The ring has changed everything.
Yep.
Shelters, recyclers, all the things that could have made the belt a paradise, still can. Right there for taking.
They're not gonna let you take it, dude.
All these new systems. They don't belong to Inyaloda.
I agree with that.
We don't have the ships, we don't have the weapons.
Don't be so sure about that.
What's that mean, man?
What does Mars have to do with it?
That's where he's getting his weapons. And the same thing that's going on the docks with Bobby.
We can continue this conversation later. When I'm back on my ship. Assume you survived the encounter.
Well, if I don't, Marco, you're not going to either, dude.
Give me a tighter beam to our friends.
Ashford, don't fall for this shit. You're way too wise for this.
Tynan, this is Black Sky. We have talking locker and all shit. Golden Bow also.
Mata Kubileya ready to engage. This will not take long.
Love it. Yo, yeah, there they go.
Hinata's ship has veered off.
You were saying, Marco? Something about when you're on your ship?
Whoa, Bobby. Looks like you've been getting after it. What's the occasion?
Dude, are you fucking serious?
This is a Mariner Valley police action. Remain in place until you receive further instructions.
No way, they're coming in. Oh my God.
Roberta Draper? What's this about? Roberta Draper, you're under arrest for grand larceny and conspiracy to commit. We have a sworn statement from your salvage yard foreman as well as confirmation on the missing materials. Let's go.
That's all you, dude. That is 1,000% you, man. Oh, for God's sakes. This is so awful.
She's gonna be all right. She's hurt. I could hear it in her voice.
Yeah, he knows, man. Oh, I knew she got hit.
Keep pressure on it.
Naomi Nagata!
Oh, you. No, 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 no.
Don't risk my family over what I did.
Oh my God. He's just gonna kill you. Fucking see ya, dude. Naomi Nagata does not need a gun. Go, Jim.
Go, 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 go!
This thing offers no cover. Be careful. This guy is a super killer. This is like fighting Amos. Amos with an army, comparatively speaking. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good sound. Oh, no, 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 no. Jim, come on, buddy. Man, there's a lot going on in this episode.
You have broken the peace with the Innas.
And your faction does not speak for the belt.
What is my crime?
I don't know, dude. Theft?
You killed the Sojourner. Dosarigas found you with the cargo.
Not long ago. That would have been called a victory.
All right, so you're a zealot of an old age.
There are systems enough for everyone, they say.
I agree with you.
What I did
belt?
Everything's noble. I get it.
They gave us a seat at the table because they are weak and we are strong, and they want to keep us talking until they find enough strength to ignore us again.
That's not true at all. They have always had the strength. They just need you all for slave labor.
I have a right to know.
Well, I speak for Anderson Dawes and City Station, and I say death.
Life.
What?
Golden Bell also says life. We accept forfeit.
Tiebreaker.
I speak for Fred Johnson and Tycho Station. We accept Denaro's offer. He lives.
What is the play here, drummer? Oh, you can't find Philip if he's dead. Damn, okay.
Marco's words swayed you.
No.
If we handed out a death sentence against their votes, we would have been asking for a civil war. I did what had to be done.
Yes, but his words will sway more.
Yeah, I don't like that. Gift of gab. Yep, silver-tongued devil.
He would be signing his own death warrant.
If we catch you.
You already had that warrant signed, sealed, and delivered. This is so heartbreaking. One of the best Martians out there.
I take it you had no one else to call.
Your offer, does it still stand?
Still have a job on the docks?
Not anymore.
The position would have to be full-time then.
No, for God's sakes.
I'm in.
Oh, God.
The security team up here has locked down all Earthbound comms. Mercury's orders from what I gather.
This is insanity.
The readings are coming from other sources all over the continent. An epicenter pops up, starts to move, disappears, and then another one shows up somewhere else.
Oh, so we've got some type of activity beneath the surface. Lovely.
Those islands are generating massive amounts of heat. What the fuck is going on down there?
Are they in a line?
Hey, Hoss. Just letting you know I'm prepping for dust-off now. We really gotta get Naomi back up the well ASAP.
Understood.
How are you gonna get back down for Amos?
I just wanted to have the choice.
Ugh.
Just that we're together.
But you're leaving.
I'm coming back.
Oh, God, Jim. I don't think I've ever experienced where I am so concerned about the crew and the major characters for as long as I've been. I never, ever think they are safe.
Jim, I don't like the idea of you being out there on your own. Just take care of Naomi.
You got to ask Miller if he can help. We can't trust Miller, whatever the hell he is, but if you could, I don't know. There's something of Miller still in there. We need that old son of a bitch. Motherfucker, are you just standing out in the middle of the desert? What?
This had nothing to do with Naomi.
I don't trust you.
She was aiding and abetting a terrorist.
He's gonna draw on you.
Killed 24 innocent people on board my ship.
Careful, Jim.
This ends now. You're not in charge anymore.
Take it from him, Paladin. And do not turn your back on him, ever. Look at that shot. Don't end. Son of a bitch. All right, everybody, we just got done watching The Expanse Season 4, Episode 4, Retrograde. And the only thing left to do is to talk about it. All right, friends, we just got done watching The Expanse Season 4, Episode 4, Retrograde. I was really quiet in this one because I'm going to tell you this right now. I have become maybe two. A lot of you all have been saying, this guy needs to be careful. He's going to explode. I'm getting very close to that. And again, it's a lovely feeling to have emotional investment in characters in a story. Being emotionally invested in the characters of a story, whether it be a book, a TV show, movie, whatever it happens to be, in my opinion, that's one of the greatest feelings that you can have, because it's such a symbiotic type of relationship with these imaginary characters in most parts, unless you're reading something that's history based or nonfiction. But I mean, it's a great feeling. You feel like you're with them, right? Like we talked about it in the first episode of this season, whenever they landed on New Terra on Illis. And that great shot of them walking out. It was like the director made sure that the Eisner made sure we were walking with them. The camera was just off shoulder, or we had a POV of what it would look like coming out through the tube. Really, really cool stuff, just immersive, incredibly immersive. You already have like the emotional component of the relationship with these characters. We've had that. I mean, I've had that since the very beginning of the show. I absolutely love these characters. I love each of them. It's so amazing to me too that both the creative team and the actors themselves are continuing to develop these characters. We're seeing an organic maturation of a lot of these characters, an organic evolution of a lot of these characters, where we see them branching out. We see them apply the same foundations of the character, creation that they had to these new problems, taking into consideration all of the experiences we've witnessed with them since we started walking with them. So everything from the proto-molecule incident to the war to now the ring, all of that feeds into the creatures that have become Jim Holden, become Alex and Amos and Naomi and Bobby and Christian and everybody. We've seen the changes that have impacted them. At the same time, we've seen them stay true to themselves with the added knowledge, experience, maturation of the experience. It's really amazing. It's a beauty to behold, and it's a testament to, actors seldom have a chance to really develop a character over an extended period of time. Even some of the best characters, like Academy Award-winning characters, right? If you're lucky as an actor, you get a chance to, if you have an Academy Award-winning performance, the vast majority of those performances, and I mean like 99% of them, never will play that character again. Sometimes you have people like Anthony Hopkins who had a chance to play Hannibal Lecter again. But that's, is it similar? Sure. You get a chance to develop the character more, obviously. But those praised and lauded performances that win Academy Awards usually make up what, a 2.5 hour, maybe 3 hour movie, something like that. And that's all the time that they've spent with the characters. Yet they were done so well that they win an Academy Award or are nominated for an Academy Award or recognized as being a fantastic performance, which I always thought to myself, what if they were given more time? Now, the argument is, if you have a painter or a poet or a writer and you tell them that they have an unlimited amount of time to work on whatever creation they're currently working on, that it'll never be done. The poem, you're always looking for that last syllable or word that makes it great. For the writer, that last moment or character beat that makes it great. If you're a musician, that one missing note. If you're a painter, that just perfect shade of green. You're just not, you don't have it. So that's the argument that, it has always been, if a person has a character to work with, an artist has a character to work with for a long period of time, at some point, they're never going to be done working with the character, or the product is going to be like watered down. You're going to start to see kind of a degradation of the strong character that won the Academy Award. You're going to have a degradation of that character as maybe too much is revealed. We learn too much about the character. They become less of this iconic character and more human. And so that's what everybody always says is the old argument for having that stuff done. And I just lost my engineering badge. Damn, I'll be right back. But all that aside, the awards and the accolades and everything that are given for those performances, we have the option, we have the advantage, the luck to watch a group of actors create, with the creative team's help, of course, create these characters and be able to grow them in such a way that at no point, at least as far as I've watched so far, and in my opinion, of course, do I feel that they are watered down? Do I feel that they are less than the characters that I fell in love with? If anything, it has made that love even more, it made it stronger. It's just a great thing. It's just it's a wonder to behold, and it's fascinating to me. I love watching them continue to work and continue to make these characters better and faithful to the early adaptations that they have made, from the books and the role-playing game. To a much lesser extent, the role-playing game, but the books and everything like that, to really make the character their own without watering it down. So, I mean, about this episode, that's a long-winded way of me saying I just think it's this season 4, I think, is, to me, so far, the greatest exploration, not of character growth, but of the reflections of the character growth that they've gone through. All the stuff that we mentioned, the proto-molecule, the war, the rings, the battle inside the ring, all of those things that went down. We are seeing what these characters are now that the string of manic moments seems to have subsided, which is crazy. We have a planet that seems to be doing something, so it's obviously that no one's safe. But we have a moment to think. We have a moment to draw back. We have a moment to watch them kind of work and do what they were doing. I'm sent on a mission by Christian, to be able to go in there and actually, be the people they've become. Very strong. It's a very strong season for me in that this is the revelatory phase of a grand opus. You love your characters. We've given you a million reasons why you need to love these characters. We put them into everything from Crucible to Peaceful Moment to, love to hate to all these, the whole, the spectrum of emotional output, quality, and comparison has been brought forth through these characters. They've gone through it. They've been made, built up. Now we get to see what they've become. What have they become since the first time we had a chance to really kind of understand these characters? What have they become? The best way to show that is to challenge the characters. You challenge them on things that they might have failed before. I'm looking at Naomi specifically. There's a reason why we're having a comparison between Marcos and we have Naomi and the differing tales that this silver-tongued fucker says and what Naomi has gone through and experienced. We have her, really wanting the choice to be able to go down to these planets. That's an allusion to just the just choice itself. You know what I mean? So we get to see Naomi really fighting with this, really this is who she is now. This is who Naomi Nagata has become since we started watching her, since she was the person that Lopez said was the best liar on the boat. Now we have this Naomi Nagata in front of us, the one that we have watched be carved a little bit more from the knives of the various things that have gone on in our solar system and to this crew. We see Jim put to the test. Jim is now being challenged as a leader, not of a ship, not of a captain, but as a leader, period. He is looked on as a leader. He's expected to display the qualities of a leader. That's why Christian sent him there. Christian was pissed too because she's saying, I sent you out there to look and now we got lightning strikes and you are fucking silent. What's going on? She has a respect. In many ways, I think Christian has a respect for Jim that surpasses much of the respect that she would have for anybody that would be considered her peer. You know what I mean? In the political or power arena. Jim is somebody that I think that she would certainly consider someone she want on her team, maybe, and as an equal, not necessarily someone that's her underling, even though the current dynamic is kind of like boss and, employee. I don't think she ultimately views Jim like that. And I love it because now Jim has a chance to step forward and become a leader that we have wanted him to be. And this flies directly into the face of when we first met Jim. When we first meet Jim, Jim doesn't want to have shit to do with being a leader. He doesn't even want to be second in command. He is sort of all right with being third in command. He doesn't want to climb the food chain. He has no business, no concerns, no design, no desire to go any higher than what he was. And now we have this Jim Holden, who has absolutely laid out Murtry and said, you're not in charge, with, the implication being I am. And I love that because if you're not in charge, who's in charge, right? Murtry, you're not in charge. Okay. Point to who's in charge on this planet. That's right. It's James Holden. And you could say that the proto-molecule is, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, I think. But I just love it. And that you can apply that to each and every one of the characters. What we've seen them go through, the changes organically that they have made, the evolution that has been presented to them, and the characters and the actors working as one to convey this brand new product that has many, many, many similarities to the people that we've seen before, plus what we've seen them go through. And I love it. It's just so expertly done, my friends. But boy, you know what? And season 4 with basically a simple premise. This is a very, very old west western feel to it. You know, there is a government, but hell, it's so far away, it doesn't mean anything. You could do whatever you want out here on the frontier. And when that is the case, whenever you can do whatever you want to do on the frontier, then you've got people that rise to the occasion, that they will, for good or bad, whether it be, you know, a ranger or a marshal or a sheriff of some kind, looking to keep the order of the far distant government, you know, the civilization in place. Or you have the people that rise for the purposes of their own power grab. Murtry's one of them. I'm not necessarily saying Murtry's a criminal in the criminal vein of everything. And I'm honestly not even saying that Murtry's wrong. He is right. There was an admittance that they did, in fact, attack the ship. Again, albeit they didn't think they were going to kill anybody. But that doesn't mean like, hey, we didn't really mean to kill the 23 people. I can understand Murtry being pissed. However, I'm still in his camp if he arrests these people. If he finds out that they are, in fact, you know, the killers, if he takes 2 or 3 of them into custody, I understand that. But just complete murder, because you don't know who he can think, they're all together, they're all in on it. I heard them on my little comms and everything. So all these people present that I'm going to gun down had something to do with my 23 people dying. That's not, you don't know that for a fact. You know, I guarantee you 1 or 2 of those people were convinced recently to join, or, you know, you don't know. They didn't have an active hand in it. Not sure exactly what. Somebody innocent went down. It's an easy to say the 23 people, somebody innocent on one of those pods went down too, you know? So it's the Expanse. It's a very dirty, very cloudy bit of logic and judgment, and you know what is wrong and what is right when we're looking at these types of things. You know, because there's cases to be made for everybody. It is the application of the facts, and it is this moment, this old west power. Which way are you going to go? If Murtry had folded in a member, I forget the name of the woman who's in charge of the Belters, had folded them all in and said, hey, listen, we've got a big problem. You know, we need to take care of this right now as a group. That's one thing, but he didn't. He made a power grab. Whether he wanted to or not, it obviously comes off as a power grab as he moves to take control of Illis, and not necessarily like, you know, crown himself, but to make himself, you know, the only gun in this town. And friends, I'm going to tell you this right now. There is a paladin who is on his way to town, and anybody who's a fan of old westerns will know that when the paladin gets to the town, there's going to be problems. But there's real problems when you get the High Plains drifter out from wherever he's shackled up and give him a gun. Murtry, that's when you better make sure your tumbleweed's in place, your gun's at your side, and your motherfucking affairs are in order. Because when Amos comes for you, only one of you is walking away. But friends, that's all the time we have now for The Expanse. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We'll alert you next time we go live with Expanse Day, the best day of the week. And of course, if there's anything from The Expanse to any of our other sci-fi offerings that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then. This is now, and now it's time to say goodbye from this interesting place as we find ourselves watching the development of our characters more to a point than we've ever seen before. Where do we say goodbye from, friends? Well, I say we say goodbye not from any particular place, but from a particular moment, from now, the razor's edge of now. Because in that moment, our crew will rise to the occasion. In that moment, the actors playing our characters will bring all of that experience, hours and hours and hours longer than an Academy Award-winning performance. They will bring it all to bear, and they will show us who they truly are. Until we get to see, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you